Hey guys, what up? It's me, Mitch. Long-time listener, first-time caller, lifetime baller. And when I'm not going into Rhea Ripley and EO Sky, well, shit, man, I'm listening to House of Prayer and smoking a blunt. I'm still going though.
Welcome to the House of Graham. Damn Bob with a boot to the chin. Share that link with all of your friends. Slender Man and Grim gon' do it again. Welcome to the House of Graham. Damn Bob with a boot to the chin. Share that link with all of your friends. A Slender Man and Grim gon' do it again. Hard throbs in this thing and our nuts hang. Diamond cutter on a bitch through a bed frame. Bang, pedigree, time to play the game. Raise the flames of hell.
Sipping like Kurt off a perk. Suicide out like it's 9205. It's just I got my hand up a skirt. Man up a flow, she gon' squirt. I see that bitch boobs through a shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Dan Bob. This is the House of Grim podcast. I got Grim Grimes right there, and we have a legendary. Oh my goodness, God gracious, look who it is. We got Levi Blue in the house.
Legendary, man. That cracks me up every time I hear that. Considering in the last podcast I listened to you guys, you called one of my students a legend. I felt like dust at that point.
Man, we just try to give credit where it's due, man. And honestly, like bunch of people that we have had on and interviewed, and also a few guys that we've interacted with at a few different shows, man. Always, you basically come in high regard, man. Like they always speak so highly about you, man. So it's actually an honor, bro, to have you on our podcast with us, man. I really appreciate you showing up with us.
Appreciate you guys asking me. It's kind of nice to, over 20 years in the business, haven't been in a ring. Well, if I say I haven't been in the ring in a year, I'd be lying, because I was in the ring here about 6-8 months ago. But it's kind of nice to still know that people still remember my name. So it's nice.
We actually had interviewed Jack Price, and I think he was one of the first guys that actually spoke your name to us. And right after we got off the interview with him, me and Grim jumped right on the computer and started trying to research who he was. And so we just actually, honestly, man, not too long ago became knowledgeable of you, man. Unfortunately, wish I would have found out who you were a lot sooner, man. But I'm definitely blessed now to know exactly who you are, man. And you definitely are a legend, bro.
I appreciate it. I mean, there's a lot of guys that helped make me who I am today. One of them being the sweet daddy, Malcolm Monroe. He was the one that taught me to be a man. And then my brother, if I couldn't have chosen a better person to be my brother, that'd be Malcolm Monroe II, the DBA. If it wasn't for the Monroe family, there never would have been a Levi Blue. So I can't thank them enough for what they gave me.
So is that like the main promotion that you like really like speak about, or like really that you really put on a pedestal, basically, is XICW?
I do put XICW on a pedestal. I mean, when I first started out, I was trained by DBA's father for ICW, which was Insane Championship Wrestling, which was actually, like, if you really look at Michigan wrestling, it was kind of like the humble beginnings of hardcore, what ECW was starting out to be. And then he also ran Midwest Championship Wrestling. DBA actually got fired from his own father's promotion, and I did as well.
Oh, wow.
And that's when he started XICW, which cracks me up. He talked about it on my podcast a little while ago. XICW, he was smoking his medicine, and they came up with this name, Extreme Intense Championship Wrestling. I'm like, bro, you know what that means, right? He's like, no. I'm like, XICW guys, like EXICW guys. Oh shit, bro! I never realized that.
That's great.
So yeah. So I was with XICW right from the beginning. Very very first show, 25 years ago, and granted, it got to be hit or miss 20 years into it for me, due to health and family and whatnot. But XICW, that's primarily where I hang my hat. But I've probably hit every major promotion 5 years ago that was in Michigan, Ohio, Chicago, Indiana. You know, I was all over the place at one point in time.
Gotcha. Yeah, seen some old videos of you on YouTube from Michigan Wrestling Organization, MWO.
Okay. Yeah. Michigan Wrestling Organization was kind of like a real quick. It was a yard company, and but they weren't a typical yard company. They weren't beating the hell out of each other with light tubes, and they were actually trying to be professionals. Well, I got together with the promoter Jason Klaus, who's one of my very best friends, and I started. That's how I met Jack Price and a lot of those guys, and started training them. And
Gotcha.
really, my whole agenda. And I've told Jason this before. They were a backyard company. They were running in a place called Forest Township Hall. I was going in there to take their building. I wanted to start running my own shows there, and when I saw what they were doing, I'm like, I can't do this to these guys. And so I got with the owner. I'm like, look, the deal is you let me train 5 of my guys in your ring. I'll train your entire roster.
Cool.
And
Wow.
all 5 of the people that I was training, they all dropped out because they said the stuff I was doing to them was too hard. And so I stuck with the MWO and a bunch of good guys. Some of them took the training. Some of them, well, you don't see them anymore now, do you?
Right. Dude, that just shows you're a great human being, bro. To go in there and try and go from taking over something to, you know what, I ain't gonna do that. I'm actually gonna help contribute. You know what I can do to this. That's commendable, man.
Thanks, man. We did some really great things. We took that company from drawing like 20 people in this little bar called Terry's Lounge in Flint. We came up with this gimmick called the Power Trip, and that bar, within 30 days' time, when I say it was standing room only, you could hardly get a ticket into a place. It was the hottest ticket in Flint at one point in time. It was crazy how much that blew up.
I remember walking in there one time and seeing the ring years ago, and then over there by Kroger's on Corona Road, MWO had the ring there for at the church.
Yeah.
And I leaned up against the ring and got a picture taken, and then one day I didn't see or hear about MWO until me and Grim started this podcast, and I actually reached out to Jason, and he was one of our first people that we reached out to possibly get on. And but unfortunately we couldn't make it work with scheduling and whatnot. But maybe it'll happen in the future. Who knows?
Yeah, him and MWO. Once, I'll make a long story short. Once his brother passed away, the company died right along with him. Jason has gone on to other things. He has created, believe it or not, like a podcast network. He calls it the Pure Fury. Pure Fury Creations. What is it? Oh God, I'm going to forget the name. And Jason's going to kick my butt. But he does Klaus to the heart. No, the PFC Entertainment Network, Pure Fury Creations. So he's really hard and heavy into the podcast world right now.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I noticed that when I was looking him up. I thought that was pretty cool, man. I actually really like your podcast, man. I was just actually listening when I got out of work. I was listening to the Dread King Logan podcast you just did with him, and I actually ended up taking a nap before this. Man, I've been so working my ass off, and so I was so exhausted. But man, he's Dread King Logan, man. I love that guy, and we just actually had him on, and I honestly thought just from looking at him as a character and being in the ring at Chaos and at IWR when we would see him perform, I assumed the wrong about him. I assumed that he was going to be cocky, arrogant, have a chip on his shoulder. He was so humble and down to earth, man. And like honestly, I could honestly say, like, I'm glad to say, like, I really believe like he is one of my good friends now. Like, he is a tremendous human being, man. Nothing but love to that guy.
Yeah, Dread King Logan, man, when I first met him, he was going underneath the name Dark Star Logan. And he was working for a company real similar to the MWO. And at that point in time, he was working like a whole gimmick, like the Clockwork Orange. Like he
Mm.
had the whole deal on his eye, the little derby and a kilt. I looked at my buddy Roughhouse Rob, and I'm like, "What's the story on this kid?" I don't remember what Rob said. Rob was drunk and slurring his words, and I'm like, "I want to wrestle that guy. I want to see what he's got." And pretty soon, next thing I know, BCWA was having a show at this place called Rotunda Fields, and they put me in the ring with Logan. And you want to talk about instant chemistry, man. Like, boom, it was there. And we got to talking afterwards, and, met his family. His kids call me Uncle Levi, Uncle Sean. We're like a family. The guy's literally one of my best friends. But he soaked up so much knowledge. I mean, he was like a sponge. And he's the thing I love about him, not that I love about the guy himself, but the Dread King Logan is he's always looking to evolve. He's always looking to learn. And he's one of the most humble guys you're ever going to meet in any locker room.
Right.
I think if it was 10 years ago, I think the guy would have a bright future, like into bigger companies. But, age doesn't show any mercy.
Right.
Age is the Cobra Kai of this generation. And, Logan is starting to realize now just how important family is. And sometimes, you blink your eyes, man. I got a son over in Kuwait right now, and I got a daughter who's a teacher up in Big Rapids.
Okay.
Just the other day, they were sitting on my couch coloring books watching Barney the Dinosaur. It's crazy how quick time flies.
I hear you, man. I got a son that's in the Marines right now, and man, I remember holding him, this big, and now he's a grown man. I'm like, man, unbelievable how time just flies by. But yeah, I see that he's also Dread King Logan's also gonna coach at Grind Time, so he's gonna be able to give back to the younger generation and instill some of his knowledge into some of these up and coming superstars, man. So
Yeah, he's been doing it kind of old school. His partner from oh hell, I don't remember his tag name, but the kid's name's Zach. He kind of took him under his ring and been showing him right. Another kid by the name of Brandon, and forgive me for not knowing their gimmick names because I'm old. I forget stuff, But the cool thing is like just like back in the day, man. A worker would see someone with some potential, put their arm around them, and show them, the ins and outs of the business. These guys nowadays are going to a wrestling school for 12 weeks, and in my opinion, 12 weeks isn't long enough to become a wrestler.
right.
I mean, sure, you can learn the moves, you can learn the bumps, but you can't learn the psychology. You got to get that in the ring. You can't learn, all the etiquette. That's got to come from guys like me, like Logan, like DBA. And, some of these kids nowadays are going in there, and they're going in there for all the wrong reasons. They're going in there for themselves. They're going in there to
Right.
pop their friends. They're not in there for the whole show. They're there for that one viral moment. And that's one of the things that kind of kills me anymore.
Right.
But Logan's out there doing it right. And I'm telling you, Grind Time Academy has something really special now the fact that they got Logan.
Yeah, I've been keeping up with them ever since they changed hands of the company, and I really like what they're doing over there, man. I see that they're putting the younger kids, starting a program for them as well. Like that's just so awesome because I feel like I say this all the time. If there was a program like that when I was 13 years old, I wouldn't have went the road I went. Unfortunately, I got in some trouble as a juvenile and just got sent away. But you know, some of these younger kids growing up actually have a chance. Going in there and meeting somebody like Dread King Logan to coach them and be able to be taken under the wing by somebody like himself. And also like the Red Wings hockey player actually owns it or whatnot. Like it's just a tremendous company, a tremendous program, great school, like endless possibilities as long as somebody has it in their heart and soul and that they want to succeed with wrestling.
Well, that's just it. A lot of these times these guys are going in their balls out. I'm going to be a wrestler. I want to be a wrestler. But some of these guys, they don't have it, and a lot of times these schools are just taking their money.
Hmm.
12 weeks, boom. Pay me. There's the door. You're a wrestler now. And they're going out there, and it shows in what they're doing in the ring, and it shows in some of the quality of these matches that we're getting. I mean, there's guys out there right now. I'm not going to name by name, but they're out there when they should be behind a guardrail, and maybe they shouldn't even be behind a guardrail. Maybe they should, you know, stay at home on their video games because they don't have the people skills, they don't have the
Right.
social skills, and they don't have the skills to make it in the wrestling ring. And it's a damn shame that some of these promoters are willing to take advantage of that and take their money.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
People do the damnedest things for a buck, man. It's horrible. There's just no self pride anymore with anything. It seems like, but as long as we got people like yourself and Dread King Logan and the people that are putting it in motion at grind time, I feel like the people that show up to grind time are actually going to be able to pay the money and actually learn, and actually take the fundamentals with them for the future. Um, so
There are so many schools in Michigan right now.
Mm.
I actually, to a point where I've been complaining about how many schools there are in Michigan right now because there aren't any, there isn't any regulation out there.
right,
So anyone out there with $2, a pair of boots, and a ring can call themselves a trainer.
Yeah.
And there's no regulation out there. And these kids, they're going out there so gung ho, and they're not making wise investments, and people are getting taken, and more spots are being taken, and workers, my whole thing is right now is we have to police the business. The business as a whole is in such a boom right now.
right,
So everyone is seeing how cool it is to be a professional wrestler. Well, these trainers are taking advantage of it. Yeah, you want to go to WWE? Pay me. You want to go to AEW? Pay me. I'm going to show you how to do this. And then where do they wind up at? Supersizing my French fry at McDonald's because I'm a fat guy and I want those Monopoly pieces.
yeah. That's very true, bro. Like, I don't know, man.
What would your I'm sorry. What would your advice be for somebody that is seriously like trying to get into the business?
If you seriously want to get into the business, number one, go to some shows. Find something that you actually like. If you like deathmatch wrestling, well, you're going to want to go to a school that's going to cater to deathmatch wrestling. If you want to go to something to where you're going to be on a worldwide, platform, you're going to want to know who your trainer is. You're going to even want to know who your trainers is. You're going to want to know who they trained. You're going to want to know where they've been, and you want to know what kind of connections they have, because they're the ones that are going to help you to get to the level that you want to get to. Don't go in there on one day and sign a contract and say, I'm going to go to wrestling training. Sit in on a couple training sessions. See what they're doing in there. If they aren't doing cardio, if they aren't doing strength training, if they aren't teaching psychology, if they ain't teaching basics, get the hell out.
Right.
If they're in there dicking around in the ring, running around with one another, giggling, I'll tell you something else too. If they're going in there, when they walk in the door and they're wearing the same clothes when they came in the door as they are wearing when they're in the ring, get the hell out. Because they don't got enough respect for the ring to change their shoes. They don't got enough respect for their opponents, because now they're going to be rolling around in the ring being all sweaty and everything else, and you could pick up diseases from that. And if their trainers aren't smart enough to tell these guys to change your clothes, get into your workout gear, get the hell out and find a reputable trainer.
I agree with that, man. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't want to be the same. You stepped in dog shit on your way in. Now we're sweaty as hell rolling around in this shit. No.
No, absolutely not. Get out. Find a trainer who has respect for the business, who has respect for you, and
Yeah.
then pay them your hard earned money. You ain't going to go nowhere if the guy that's training you is a 40 miler. Go look. Go look at, Scott Demore and Can-Am. Don't be afraid to put some miles under your wheels. Go to Lima, Ohio.
Mhm.
Grind Time Academy, sure. You got Alex Shelley over there training people right now. And they put out a lot of people. Use those connections. But don't invest in something where you are not going to get to the level that you aspire to be.
Right, and you know what? Some of these schools like Grind Time actually has like room and board or whatnot. Like you can like if you're in Ohio, or if you're in Florida, you could pay them to stay in their facility. You know what I mean? Like their quarters. Like they have an apartment or something. You know what I mean? So that's pretty cool. I just seen that. I seen a post about that. And I was like, man, that's pretty cool for like somebody that wants to be a wrestler that lives far away. How am I going to get there? Well, they can put you up, and I think that's a reputable company to do things like that. You got
Brother,
to sleep in your car.
exactly. It's called paying your dues. When I was traded out on a place down on 7 in Grand River. Don't know how familiar with that area you are, but people like me probably shouldn't be there after dark. The training facility was upstairs, up above a big lots. You could only hit ropes on two sides of the ring. If I was working, I was sleeping in that parking lot. Kid you not. At the time, I was homeless. I was living in my truck. My mom and dad, when they found out I was trained to wrestle, they kicked me out of the house. I was showering at a truck stop, or I was working at the Kroger in Rochester. And when I get to work that day, I'd punch in an hour early and I would take a bath in the sink before I started my shift. It's called paying dues. These kids don't want to pay dues
Right,
anymore.
right, yeah,
If you got to put some miles under your wheels, put some goddamn miles under your wheels. This is what
right.
we're here for, is to learn and to gain
The
experience.
generation coming up is the instant gratification, generation.
Absolutely, man. It's the day of social media right here, right now. As soon as I can punch it into Google, it should be here to me. Next day delivery, Amazon. Let's get this wrestling training done.
Right.
I like the fact that you brought up sitting in like a couple training sessions. Like I wouldn't even have thought about doing something like that. Like if I was trying to get in the business, I wouldn't even think that was an option.
You, I mean, if you go to like a karate school or any type of fight school, they want you to sit in. They want you to watch what they're doing because they know that the training that they're doing is valuable. And if they don't want you to sit in, then obviously there's something afoot and it's not right.
Yeah.
So, why aren't they proud to show this off? Everything else about wrestling, that veil's been pulled back. Let's see what you guys are doing to train these kids.
Um, let's go back to XICW real quick. The last show I just seen that they did with Karrion Cross was there. Now I can't remember the female wrestler's name. I think she
Heather
had
Blue.
yep, Heather Blue. When she got in the ring and he picked her up and hit the ceiling tile with her,
Yeah.
and she put her head down like this, and he slammed her, like it looked like he murdered her.
Yeah.
And it, I mean, like in that moment, it was like, whoa, like is she okay? And I mean,
You could
that
tell he
was
took care of her though
right.
when he put her through the ceiling because he actually kind of moved her over to proper area.
Right. Like I felt like in that moment, like both of them, like him coming from WWE with all the knowledge he has under his belt and the way she tucked her head, like they were professional. They knew exactly what time it was. They knew what they were doing. They made it look like $1 million, and that is how you perform. You know,
Heather Blue went out. She got training originally from Pure Pro Wrestling out towards Goodrich, I believe it is, with Joe Bird. But she has sensed, like what a lot of professional wrestlers do, gone out there and gotten extra training, to improve themselves. You watch her; she would have never been able to take that Saito suplex if she wouldn't have protected herself. She'd be sitting in a body bag right now. Mm-hmm. I was there at that show. A lot of people didn't see me. I was sitting in the far back corner, and I watched that Saito, and I was like, "Oh, that was bad." Mm-hmm. But that put Heather Blue on the map. That was that viral moment that they've been looking for her. And I would almost say, I'm not a Tony Khan fan. I know you guys listen to my podcast. I'm not a big Tony Khan fan. He is about these viral moments. And I think you'll see Heather Blue in an AEW ring, whether it's in a dark match or in some other capacity here pretty soon.
Awesome. She definitely deserves it, especially after that moment. Like, that was unbelievable. Like, that made me a fan of XICW, honestly. Just that moment right there. I told Graham, I'm like, man, we got to go out to that show. We got to go out there and check them out.
XICW has been putting on quality shows for 25 years.
That's what I've been hearing.
They do have a DVD archive. I'm not an advocate. I'm not an employee of theirs. But I'm sure you can go on their website, which I think is xicw.info, and I'm sure they have a merchandise store and they have old DVDs on there. And I might be on a few of them.
Okay. Yeah, I seen something something online. I think it was on Facebook. It was like something library or something where you could go, and I think it was like maybe a secondary company or something maybe that has their shows on file where you can like order them maybe. I don't know. I didn't really look into it 100%. I just glanced at it. I thought, wow, that'd be pretty cool to check out some old XICW stuff.
Yeah, I think I got some out there on YouTube. You probably look up Levi Blue versus Brain Damage, Levi Blue versus Ian Rotten, Levi Blue versus Necro Butcher. I did a lot of the old hardcore matches in XICW there towards the end. So
what do you think about Chaos, man? You like their product?
I was with Chaos, their inaugural show. I enjoyed what they put out. I think Robert Brown is doing a pretty damn good job of getting his product out there. To be honest with you, I haven't been to a Chaos show in quite a long time. As you may or may not know, I got canceled about 3 years ago, and you see how long that lasted. But they wanted me on the show at that point in time. Mongo was booking, God rest his soul, and he's like, Levi, we want you on the show. People just don't want good old school heels anymore, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, brother, let's let this calm down and we'll go from there. Fact of the matter is you don't know how appreciative I was of Robert Brown and Chaos Wrestling for wanting to bring me back right after there was this tremendous social media swell to have me banned from professional wrestling because I said one word. And it was completely taken out of context. That's why my podcast, cheap plug here, is called the Sorry Pal Podcast, because I don't apologize on that son of a bitch because it's already in the name. So
fair enough.
I like it.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm always worried about with telling Grim, like, man, we're gonna get canceled, and I thought we were gonna have a moment like that last night. Unfortunately, on our live stream, one of our buddies was on with us, and he happened to say one thing, and we were like, whoa,
yeah, whoa.
Wait, in about 2 weeks, I just recorded today. It's not dropping this Friday. Next Friday, which would be the first week of November. I got probably one of the most controversial episodes I've ever recorded. So we're going to see how the internet takes that. Episode 17 of my podcast. Can I cheap plug that real quick?
Oh, yeah.
Do your thing, brother.
Okay.
Do it.
It's called the Sorry Pal Podcast. You can find it on Spotify, Apple, iTunes, and Amazon Music. Episode 17 is called Police in the Business. One of the most downloaded episodes in the history of Sorry Pal podcast, because I made some very controversial statements about how we need to run a lot of this garbage out of Michigan independent wrestling. And got a lot of hate mail for it, but I got a lot of praise for it. Well, this next episode, coming up in 2 weeks, not the one with Sean Tyler and Big J Abrams, but the one after that, it's called Here Come the Yarders. And get ready, because it's people are going to be seriously pissed off about what I have to say.
Hey man, do your thing. It's your show. That's what
But
one thing I tell my brother all the time. Like, it's our show. If they don't like it, they don't gotta listen, man.
boom,
Yeah.
that's it exactly. That's why Sorry Pal podcast, unapologetic. I call myself the devil's own reflection, because I have to look at myself in the mirror. No one else has to look at
Oh,
me.
there's that fly. I got a fly that returned.
Oh man,
I,
October, and the vermin's still around.
yeah. I just got stung Saturday, man. I was at work and I heard it. I was standing in the back of my pickup truck and I heard bzz. So I just froze, like, I ain't gonna mess with your damn thing. And all of a sudden, bam, he got me. Ripped my hoodie off. I was so mad. I was like, oh, it's October too. Like,
Yeah, I'm out there
man.
looking at my lawn, going, I'm not mowing it.
Yeah,
I'm not mowing
That
it.
that's our mom. She was
Yeah.
just talking to us,
She
trying to
she
had
was trying to get some
kid.
neighbor kid to try to mow her lawn. I'm like, Ma, it's October. Let that lawn
You're,
grow.
you're good till next year.
About 2 weeks, you watch. We'll have about 4 inches of snow on the ground. So
Exactly.
You won't have to worry
You
about
won't
it.
even see it no more.
Right.
So,
Yeah, so we went out to Chaos the first time. I was like, I couldn't believe how their ring looked so clean. Their all their banners looked nice. Their ring entrance, the curtain where the wrestlers come out looked amazing. It was just a well presented wrestling product, and so we ended up going back. I'm like, let's go back and give them another chance, because there was something there that I was just like, I don't know, but so we went back, fell in love with it, man.
I mean,
And
I liked it. Especially because they had hardcore matches. I'm not a big death match fan, but a good hardcore match I'm down with. So, the first show we went to, Mongo and Thomas Bailey were beating the crap out of each other. They're like right next to me, and I'm like, tough day at the office, huh, pal?
he's
Thomas Bailey, he sure is.
You're telling me, but man, so I fell in love with their product, and I'm like, man. And then when we had Judd King Logan on, he ended up basically plugging us in with Robert, and now we're able to we were able to go help Preston Riker with the Halloween costume contest for the kids and the adults. We walked out to the ring with him, got in the ring. That was our first time ever in our life, man, being involved in a wrestling show. And that was something I know I dreamt about since I was a kid in some sort of capacity. I was like, I want to get involved at a wrestling show, be in a ring in front of a live crowd. And uh, Chaos and Robert
It was
and
pretty.
Fred King
It was
Logan
pretty
and
cool peeling back the curtain and seeing how everything worked.
right and so it was just amazing experience, and so they got a ladder match, coming up for their November 29th show, and I went out to Saginaw and Ann Midland and picked up a couple ladders to help, and Robert texted me, he's like, man, there's 8 guys, that's gonna really appreciate this. And I was like, hey man, I'm just glad to help out some friends, like that's how I look at it, man. They're all friends, now, and honestly, I feel blessed to say that, man, because I didn't think that I would actually be able to make friends. I thought I'd just do like one off, meet somebody on the show, do a podcast interview with them, and that'd be that. But no, I actually, built relationships now with these guys, and honestly, if like Dread King Logan or Robert himself called me, and hey, God forbid, I got a flat tire, I'm, I'm in Indiana. Hey, Grim, let's go. We're on our way. Like that's just how I feel about them guys.
Well, that's the great thing about wrestling now. Back in the day, 20 years ago, you might not been able to get your foot in that back curtain.
Right.
There was a few people in my world that was an exception. I had a guy by the name, my best friend in the world, his name was the General Stave. He heard that I was at these MWO shows. He came out one day and introduced himself to me after the show. And bro, like, we became best friends. And not only did we become best friends, 20 years later, we were brothers until he passed away. Nowadays, wrestling is a very open door policy. And in a lot of ways, it's good. In a lot of ways, it's bad. And it's good that you guys are getting the opportunity to see the inner workings of what wrestling is, because you aren't just wrestling fans. You've become a part of the business with your podcast. But then at the same time, there's, like I said, there's kids who should not be allowed behind the curtain,
Right?
Who should not be allowed to step foot in the ring. And that's the thing. Some of these promoters, they think they can get over on some of these guys. It's just a damn shame. But, I'm glad you guys found chaos. That's the beautiful thing about independent wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
As a fat guy, I always compare independent wrestling to a buffet. There's a little something out there for everybody. If you don't like something, don't bother putting it on your plate. You know what I'm saying? Just move on to the next thing. That's why I love independent wrestling so much. Like you, I'm not a big fan of deathmatch wrestling, but every once in a while, I might want to sprinkle that next to my mashed potatoes, just so I can, I love watching stupid people do stupid things.
I mean, like, I'm not gonna watch it all the time now, but we went out to JCW. I got their shirt on right now. We went out to JCW versus GCW, and I had a blast. You know what I'm saying? Like, the first Chaos show we went to, I tried to get this man, Thomas Bailey and Mongo are wrestling, hardcore match. They're beating the crap out of each other with all these different things. I leaned over to him, I'm like, man, take your shoe off. And be like, use my shoe. He's like, I'm wearing Jordans, man. He wouldn't do it. We go to JCW versus GCW. His buddy Danny, I leaned over to him, like, take your shoe off. Be like, use my shoe. He's like, nah. His buddy Danny's like, I'll do it. We got his shoe used in a match.
Smacked him right on top of the head. He had one of them little metal things with the spikes in it that like hold trusses together.
Yeah, gusset plate. Yeah.
Yeah, smacked him with it, sniffed the shoe, and like, gave it back, and then Grim sent me our video because we were recording with like our GoPro or whatever, and then he also sent me the JCW GCW like pay-per-view video side by side, and I was like, that is awesome. That right there is awesome.
Well, and again, that's what's great about independent wrestling, because you're not going to get that type of interaction buying a $2,000 ticket to a WWE show.
Exactly. Unbelievable prices, man.
Yeah, we went to the Raw, first Raw after Hogan passed at Little Caesars, and I got tickets, on sale. Call it on sale, but it was $98 per ticket, and we were in the nosebleeds, dude. Like man, up top. Like we got there right as the they were doing the 10-bell salute, and we tried to like walk up this little like easeway to like just to stand there and watch for a second. And the guy's like, "Oh, you can't be here."
I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" Bud. I was so angry, dude. Oh man, I was so mad.
I started going to professional wrestling matches. Here we go. Time to really show my age. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm 51 years old, so suck it. 1989, I started going to wrestling shows, and we're talking about at the Palace of Auburn Hills, and I was paying $35 a ticket, and I'm sitting front row. The very first wrestling match I saw, the main event, was the Ultimate Warrior versus Andre the Giant.
Oh, wow.
And one of the very last matches I went to was at Joe Louis Arena when Stone Cold Steve Austin came out on the Zamboni. I was in the front row for that. $30.
No,
$30, not $3,000. TKO is pricing everybody out of enjoying professional wrestling. That's why you guys listen to the Grim podcast. Go to an independent show. Go sit with Grim Grimes and Dan Bob and enjoy Chaos Wrestling, because you ain't going to get the type of interaction at a WWE show that you are at an independent show. Go see tomorrow's WWE wrestlers today before they start making that big money and don't pay any attention to you anymore.
Right. That's very well explained, man. And then you know what? Like Kieran Cross was just at XICW. You're gonna get to see them multi-million-dollar TV stars at these independent wrestling shows, you know, and they're actually going to take pictures with you, interact with you for 10, 15 minutes, and listen to you share a story with them.
We got to see Danhausen at PPW at Bay City, you know, like independent.
And they're so humble when you meet them outside of WWE. And I'm telling you right now, you fools who didn't go to XICW and see Scarlett in person, damn, did you miss out?
I bet, dude.
We were at Chaos that night.
You fools!
Yeah.
I mean, Preston Riker, Scarlett. Hate to break it to you guys. I'm going to go check out Scarlett.
I feel you.
We help make some kids happy, so.
Well, that's cool. What I'm saying is there might be a little dust on the bottle, but don't let it fool you. So.
Right. Yeah, man. She's a beautiful woman, man. I definitely would have loved to be there.
And her coming out blonde blew my mind.
Oh, wow.
I was in shock because I was there obviously before the show started and introducing myself to people, and I seen this beautiful, beautiful blonde woman. 51 years old, and I felt like a kid in school. Like, this woman is never going to talk to me. She sits at the cool kids table. I'm going to have to be over here with the science geeks. And, walk over to her and so humble, so nice, just a very, very lovely individual. Lovely, goddamn, did that make me sound old? But a lovely individual. I mean, very nice lady. Go to these shows. Like, you guys are never going to experience this in AEW, WWE. You maybe in NWA, possibly, but I mean, NWA. Let's talk about IWR for a second. Have you guys been there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Look at all the stars they're bringing in over there. It's incredible. And their production values, I was watching them on pay-per-view here at the house, and I was absolutely I'm texting Jack Price as he's getting ready to go out for his match. You know,
That's great.
Yeah, so I mean, Jack's my boy. Love that guy. You know, he another sponge. So another Padawan. I love me some Jack Price.
Yeah, we went out to IWR, and they're one of their next shows. I believe they're bringing Paige in. Unbelievable, man, the talent that they have come. You know, they had Eric Bischoff there.
We had Sergeant Slaughter right behind us.
Right behind us, man. Yeah. I'm over here like this on my phone, taking pictures with me. And
I have to say, the camera doesn't do him justice. That chin is gigantic.
I walked up to him, you know, and just out of respect, I would love to shake all them guys' hands, but like since COVID and germs or whatever, I just like to give them knucks, you know. And I walked right up to him, thinking he was gonna, you know, push me away. I stuck my hand out, and he fist bumped me right back. And I was, man, that's so awesome. You know, just moments like that. You know, I definitely would not have been able to do that if he was walking out to the ring at WWE, or if I seen him in the parking lot, you know, at WWE. That definitely wouldn't happen. I guarantee it. You know, Rhino, man, he unbelievable person, man. I was the first time we seen him was at the Prani Arena, Dort Financial Event Center. Was for the hockey game. Pure Pro Wrestling did what was it, like
hockey
wrestling
night
and hockey night?
And they got another one up too. By the way,
the 16th. Yeah,
and so I'm like, man, when we get in there, man, Graham, I'm gonna go up right up to him and I'm gonna ask him, hey, you want to come on our podcast? And can I get a picture and an autograph? And I'm gonna talk to him, man. I can't wait to see Rhino. We get in there, man. We're like 8 feet away from him. Graham's like, hey, man, he's right there. I'm like, I know. He's like, you gonna go talk to him? I'm like, in a minute.
I finally talked to him into getting a sign of his shirt. which the shirt was just him that said "Wait a damn Bob Minute." So he has a 1 of 1 with his face signed by Rhino.
And then I seen him at Retro Slam and had him sign my House of Grim podcast hat. Like, just so humble, down to earth dude, man. And then when we went to the IWR show, Grim's wearing a Michigan hat. He
wear
walks
it on
out
purpose.
he walks out of the bathroom from getting his hair wet. And what do you say, Grim?
Well, I noticed from the previous times we saw him that he's pretty conditioned anytime he sees Michigan gear to say "Go Blue." So we were getting ready to leave that day, and I snapped the hat. I was like, "I'm gonna wear this." He comes out after wetting his hair, sees me and goes, "Go Blue." I'm like, "Go Blue." He's like, "Dude, Rhino just talked to you." I'm like, "I know, I planned it."
I used to make that big joke. Everyone say "Go Blue," and I'm like, "Where the hell am I going?" Like, you guys keep saying this to me.
Yeah, that's great.
I've never been starstruck. All the big names who I've worked with on television. The only time I was starstruck, I was working for BCWA at Mayhem Fest at the Pine Knob Music Theater, and me and my partner Mike Reaver, we were dressed up in matching gear. We got time for a couple stories because one of them will blow your mind.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. So we're standing there and we got our laminates on. Well, they made us leave our beer in the car, and I was heartbroken. And so, like, we got in, we got where we were supposed to be at. We changed it to our gear. We had our laminates on, and I'm like, Mike, if we go through all the tour buses, we'll be able to get to the gate, and we'll be able to get to the car. And we'll be able to bring our beer in. And he's like, all right, cool, So we start making our way through the tour buses, and as we're walking, I get hit in the back with a baseball. I'm like, what the hell's that? I turn around, and this guy's like, what the hell are you guys doing back here? I'm like, hey, man, we're on the show. We're wrestling. I'm going to the car, get the cooler, get some beer. And the guy's like, well, come on over here. We got beer over here. I was like, all right, cool. Grabbed her ball, threw it to him. We're over there. We're drinking beer. We're bullshitting. We're playing catch. I keep looking over at Mike, and his eyes are about this big. He looks like goggles. He's not saying a word. And they're like, well, what are you guys doing? I'm like, oh, we're professional wrestlers. We're with BCWA, blah, blah, blah. The guys, oh, cool. We start talking about WWF and this, that, and the other. And we're like, all right, well, thanks for the beer, guys. We're getting ready to go wrestle, blah, blah, blah. Well, we're walking away, and Mike hits me. He goes, do you know who you were talking to? No, man, I have no idea. He's like, that was Five Finger Death Punch.
Oh,
and
Man.
I'm like, I have no idea who they are. So it's no wonder why he wasn't talking. Well, we get back, we wrestle our match. It was against, now he's called Uncle Chase and Zane Silver. We wrestled those two guys there. And we were standing outside this tent. I was burning up. And next thing I know, we get pushed inside this tent. We're playing security for Rob Zombie.
No,
he is literally sitting from me to this arcade machine, and I'm like, I was starstruck. I couldn't say a damn word to him. I could smell the pot coming off of him, and I could not say a word to him.
No way.
We just stood there. People come trying to walk behind the table. He'd nod at us. We move out the way. People go back, take their picture with him. I was like, I don't know how this happened, but this is freaking awesome. Wrestling has given me so many opportunities. We wrestled at Motor City Comic Con, and Stan Lee grabbed me and had me work security for him when he was going up to do his Q&A. I'm standing there. He's like, oh, are you with the con? He's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. He's like, come with me. And I got to escort Stan Lee to the podium for Q&A.
Wow.
Just on a mistaken identity. So yeah, that was another moment where I was starstruck.
That's
awesome.
So cool, man.
Stan
But when
Lee,
it comes to
dude.
wrestling, never.
There's one wrestler I think I'd probably be like super starstruck to meet. That's Ric Flair.
I don't know if I would be anymore or not.
I would be just, man.
Sign my box of Blue Chew, Rick.
Hell yeah. That's great.
He was at he was here signing autographs at a dispensary, and I was like, man, I don't partake, but I was like, I would go just to get his autograph. And I thought about it. I was like, I should call in and go, but I work at a rehab. I can't do that.
Yeah, they would have frowned on that.
Yeah,
I mean,
you called in to go where to get what?
One wrestler I might be a little starstruck. One wrestler I really want to sit down with and pick his brain for about an hour would be Bubba Ray Dudley.
Oh, yeah.
I have so much respect for that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And if I could sit down and talk with him or Barry Darsow, Demolition Smash.
Oh,
If I
yeah.
could talk to either one of those two guys. And it's weird because most of my career I was in tag teams.
Uh-huh.
So meeting these tag team guys would just, especially Repo Man was my favorite guy when I was a kid. I know it's weird, but Repo Man was my dude. So
That's cool, man. So what's I see you got some action figures right there over your shoulder, man. What's your craziest action figure you got in your collection?
oh, dude, I got 90% of the LJNs from when I was a kid.
Oh, man.
I mean, some of the bigger ones I got, Jake the Snake with the snake still.
Oh.
I got, if I can get them out here. Oh, let's see here. Oh, where's his branding iron? I got Terry Funk with the hat and the branding iron.
Oh, man.
I don't know. I got Hillbilly Jim with his hat. I got one of the cleanest Macho Man Savages you'll ever see in your life. So,
No kidding.
wow.
I had a couple of those. I think our mom's got one, and his trunks are all faded, like rubbed off. Like you can still kind of see the pink and some of the stars, but you could definitely see like it's scratched off.
Here, I'll show you guys something. That'll blow your mind. Hold on. Okay, Jake, you're going to have to go down here for a minute. All right, let me grab my camera here. So there is the wall of WWE Elites
Oh, wow.
Okay.
that I've been trying to give away on the Sorry Pal podcast. But everyone, here's some old toys for you up there. There's My Pet Monster, and blah, blah, blah.
Is that the Domino's guy? The Noid?
Oh, yeah, the Noid's up there.
Hell yeah.
So I'm a big 80s collector. So, your Genesis games. There's all your LJNs. So I even got, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the old AWA, but there's Steve Kern.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Or we can go someone that you will know, Road Warrior Animal from the AWA.
Okay.
Man.
So I got so much wrestling crap, it's not even funny anymore. My wife, she relegated me to my own room. So
Yeah.
I don't complain about, believe me. So I know it looks like Dan Bob, you've been relegated to your basement.
Yep.
And
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Grim, I don't know where you're at because you got a backdrop behind you. I'm going to say your basement or garage.
Nope, in my room.
Oh, you got your own room. Okay, that's the way to have it. So,
Yep.
I just picked this up off Marketplace. I ran an ad on Marketplace. Was like, anybody got any wrestling memorabilia, merchandise, or whatever you want to sell it? Reach out to me. And somebody hit me up with this belt. I gave him $60 for it and $10 for gas to bring it to me while I was at work. The back of the leather is actually peeling off, but I mean it's still pretty cool.
well, let me hit you with this. I don't know where you guys live at. I mean, honestly, this is like the first time I've talked to you. There's a place up here in Flint, Michigan called There and Back Again Toys. Andrew Jones runs the place.
We've been there.
Mhm.
Okay. Andrew could probably hook you up, fix that belt up for you.
Okay.
So,
That's
Is that Grim? Is
place
that
right
place
on door. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So, believe me, I'm a 80s toy collector. I mean, look at me, for God's sakes. I'm Santa Claus. There's nothing but toys in my life anymore. And, but I hit all the great toy stores. Plastic Planet in Lapeer, if you get a chance, owned by Tim Williams. I know I'm plugging all this stuff on your show.
Hey, you're good,
Hey,
bro.
go ahead.
Hey, we tell everybody, man, plug it,
Plug away.
do
Yeah.
whatever. And if you got anything you want to promote ever, come on again, man. Whatever you need, we got you. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
it's just like independent wrestling, man. Shop local, especially now, people are getting ready to lose their benefits. Families are going to
Oh
start
yeah.
going hungry. You know what I mean? Shop local, take care of your own, and let's face it, I'll plug one more thing and then I'll stop with the plugs. I've started a new business venture. When I say I'm Santa Claus, I really am Santa Claus. You can check me out on Santa Levi on Facebook. I've started a Santa business where I'm friggin' Santa Claus, man. I'll read Night Before Christmas for you. I'll take photos, this, that, and the other. I have vintage suits, regular suits. Santa is just like the wrestling business. You gotta buy the gear. You gotta know what you're doing. You gotta know how to take care of the fans or the kids in this case. So
Yeah.
you're looking for a Santa Claus, I got you. And Grim, you're not too far off, brother. You need. I'm telling you.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Dude, this has been awesome, dude.
Before we end, I got a couple questions for you.
Sure, shoot.
Not necessarily wrestling related.
Okay.
Being that you're starting out into the Santa business, what's your top 3 Christmas movies?
Oh, dude, top 3 Christmas movies. This is going to be good. Number 3, Christmas Vacation.
Nice.
Number 2, might surprise you, Deck the Halls with Matthew Broderick and Danny DeVito.
Okay.
Okay.
And then number 1, you guys are going to go, bah. And there's others out there too, but I'm going to go with 1985 Santa Claus the movie with David Huddleston.
Okay.
Sure, I love Elf. I love the Santa Claus movies with Tim Allen.
I hate Elf.
Santa. Do you?
Oh, dude,
I love Elf.
My ex-wife made me watch that every Christmas, like multiple times. I hate it.
At least she only made
I
you
see
watch
why.
it. I got the Elf costume, and the wife's got the Jovi costume. So, and no, it didn't wind up in the role play. God dang it!
I like Christmas Story. What about that? You guys like Christmas Story?
That's my number 1.
Really? I can
Christmas
take that
Story.
in small doses, simply because I've watched it so
Many
much.
times,
On
yeah.
TV? Oh yeah, they play it on what, Thanksgiving or whatnot, like repeatedly. It's like the
It's
24
Christmas
hours
Story
of the
marathon.
Christmas Story.
Man,
My second favorite would have to be Home Alone. I love that movie.
All right, here's the big question: Die Hard, Christmas movie or not?
Oh, it's a Christmas movie.
oh yeah.
Well, okay. Yeah, it ain't Christmas until Hans Gruber falls off the Nakatomi
Right.
Plaza.
Right. That's a great movie, man.
And then I would say third for me would have to be probably Jingle All the Way. I just remember one Christmas they played it nonstop, 24/7, and I loved it. He's got it. Here it is. Oh,
no.
Turbo Man!
I got
No
Turbo
way.
Man.
That's
way.
awesome, dude.
That's so awesome.
And then my next question, what's your favorite franchise like from the 80s?
Franchise,
Like what do you collect the most from the 80s?
oh, dude. Like I'm a video gamer, so like I got I got the Power Glove, I got the Rob Robot, I got the NES Advantage. If you're talking toy lines, it's obscure. I got I showed you the Dungeons and Dragons Tank Fortress. That's very rare. I'm gonna have to go with completely out the blue. I'll just do this here.
Garbage Pail
Garbage
Kids?
Pail Kids.
Oh,
Hell
nice.
yeah.
Well, there you go. That's awesome.
I had a Garbage Pail shirt. It had Macho Man and Hulk Hogan and I think Ultimate Warrior on it. I
Okay.
cannot find that shirt nowhere, man. Like everybody would pop when they'd see me wear that shirt. And now I can't find it.
Garbage Pail's Kids are making a huge comeback right now
Yeah.
too.
Hell yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna have to have Face Kicked Apparel and try and print me a shirt like that again or something.
I think the guy who runs Face Kicked Apparel, Sean Stockmeyer, at one point in time, him and his partner, they had a shirt and I bought it. That was them as Garbage Pail Kids.
oh wow,
Shit.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
awesome.
Yeah, we've had him on our show twice now. Awesome dude, man. He's another one that I would also call a friend, man. Great guy.
Him and I tagged up once or twice, and he had this name. You'll have to ask him what he was called in PPW when he first started. But I hated his name, so I just started calling him Junior. So every time I see him, I call him Junior.
That's so cool, dude.
That's all.
Well, man, thank you so much for coming on our show, bro. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on. Appreciate you guys letting me plug my show, the Sorry Bell Podcast. Check it out on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple
Hell
Music.
yeah.
And, anything I can do for you guys, just reach out to me. I got you. Thanks for having me on. I've had a lot of fun talking about the past. And, hopefully when I'm all done with my mission, the business will be better now than when I left it.
I mean,
sure.
that's all you can hope to do, man. Like that's the goal, I think, for every wrestler. It should be, at least, to do what you love and then leave it in a better place.
Well, I mean, everybody that we've talked to so far, man, has said nothing but great things about you, and showed nothing but love and respect your way. Yeah, man, I can definitely see, when you're all said and done with this wrestling thing, when you finally do hang it up for good, that it would be definitely turned over to greater things, because you left it that way.
I appreciate you saying that, guys. I really, really do. Like I said, whatever you need from me, I'm just a Facebook message away. So just give me a holler.
All right, man.
you.
You're definitely a friend now as well.
And you guys are mine as well. So, and Grim, get that beard dyed. We gotta go make some money, brother.
Gotcha.
I'll be the elf.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the House of Grim podcast. Thank you for watching. As always, you'll be entertained. Yeah.